We already solved for the equation for the volumetric strain under triaxial loading. So the volumetric strain will be equal to 1 minus 2 mu upon E into sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z. Let us say this is your equation 1. So this equation 1 will give you the volumetric strain under any state of stress condition, right? It may be uniaxial, biaxial or triaxial state of stress condition. So this is the equation for the volumetric strain. We know that the bulk modulus or the value of K is used to determine the volumetric strain under hydrostatic state of stress, right? And what do we mean by hydrostatic state of stress? Hydrostatic state means the value of normal strain in all the three perpendicular planes will be equal and direction is also same. That is sigma x, sigma y and sigma z value will be same, that is sigma, and the direction of all these three normal stress will be equal. This is the condition of hydrostatic stress. If I put the value of sigma here or the sigma x, sigma y, sigma z here, I will get the volumetric strain will be equal to 1 minus 2 mu upon E, 1 minus 2 mu upon E into 3 sigma. The value of volumetric strain will be equal to 1 minus 2 mu upon E into 3 sigma, or I can write this, which is equal to your 3 into 1 minus 2 mu upon E into sigma, right? From the relationship between E and K, the relationship of the E and K, we know that E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 mu, right? We know this. So 1 by K is equal to 1 minus 2 mu into 3 upon E. So this value 3 into 1 minus 2 mu, on this value I can represent it 1 by K. So the volumetric strain will be equal to sigma upon K, and from here you can write sigma is equal to, or K is equal to sigma upon volumetric strain. This is the definition of the bulk modulus. We already see, and here I proved it, that the bulk modulus will give us the volumetric strain under hydrostatic stress of condition. This is valid for hydrostatic state of stress only, that is the sigma x, sigma y, sigma z, the direction will be same and of equal magnitude, that is sigma, and sigma is your hydrostatic state of stress, right? So this is the definition of bulk modulus. Now suppose if mu is equal to 1 by 2, we know that when mu is equal to 1 by 2, in this case the value of K is infinity. The value of K is infinity. If you put the 1 by mu is equal to 1 by 2, so the value of K is infinity. So in this case the volumetric strain is 0. The volumetric strain is 0. So this means the change of volume is 0, or you can say that volume remains constant. Volume remains constant. So I can say that when the value of mu is equal to 1 by 2, the value of mu is equal to 1 by 2, the volume of the body or the member will remain constant, and this will independent of stress condition, right? Independent of stress condition. Stress may be anything. Sigma x, sigma y, sigma z value will be anything and the direction may be anything, but the change of volume will remain 0, or the volume will remain constant when the value of mu is equal to 1 by 2. if the value of mu is not equal to 1 by 2 or not equal to 0.5, the volumetric strain is your 1 minus 2 mu upon E into sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z. This is the volumetric strain. So if this is not 0, if this is not 0, so I can say that the volumetric strain is 0 if the summation of sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z is 0. Right? There is one other option to make the change of volume 0 or volume to be constant is if the summation of sigma x, sigma y and sigma z will be 0. That means if this is the case, that means any one of sigma x, sigma y and sigma z will be of opposite nature. One of them must be compressive. Then only this sum will be 0, right? If all of them are tensile, then this sum cannot be equal to 0. To make the sum of this equal to 0, one should be of opposite sign, that is of minus sign. So that means any one of them or maybe two of them, so any one of them must be of opposite nature to make this volume constant. So I can say that under triaxial loading, if you want the volume to be constant, you have two options. One is you choose a material whose value is 0.5. If this is not true, if you have no material which have value of mu as 0.5, the other option is you can apply the force or you can apply the load such that any one of sigma x, sigma y and sigma z is of opposite nature, so that sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z will be equal to 0. That means under triaxial loading there should be the two probability to make the volume to be constant or the volumetric strain to be 0. These are the two conditions under triaxial loading, right? If I have to say that, we can say that if what is the conclusion of this equation 1? If you see this equation 1, so from equation 1 I can say that first conclusion is this only: under triaxial loading case, if you want volumetric strain to be 0, that means volume to be constant, there are two probabilities. First one is either you select a material of mu 0.5 or you applied a load such that sigma x plus sigma y plus sigma z is equal to 0. One must be of opposite nature. This is the first conclusion. Second conclusion, if I say, second conclusion is under uniaxial state of stress, uniaxial loading. What do we mean by uniaxial loading? Uniaxial loading means stress on one direction is not 0, stress on other two direction will be 0. This is the case of uniaxial loading, that is the normal stress on y and z axis is 0. So if I put sigma y and sigma z in this case 0, then the value of volumetric strain will be equal to 1 minus 2 mu upon E into sigma x. This is the volumetric volumetric strain under uniaxial loading case. So if you want under uniaxial, if you want that volumetric strain will be 0, which means if you want that volume of the body will remain constant, then what is the option available? The option available will be, you have to take the material whose mu value is 0.5. You have to make this 0. This 0, 1 minus 2 mu must be 0. So the value of mu will be equal to 0.5. The second option, that is sigma x to be 0, is not possible in this case. Is not possible in this case. Why not possible? Sigma x means the normal stress in the x direction will be 0. So if sigma x is also 0, then there is no loading. And if there is no loading, there is no meaning of volumetric strain, right? So under uniaxial loading, sigma x should not be equal to 0. So this second option, that is to make this equation as a 0, the sigma x cannot be equal to 0 because it is under uniaxial loading and sigma x value must be something, right? If a load is there, then stress must be there. So sigma x cannot be equal to 0, right? Sigma x cannot be equal to 0. So we can say, if there is a uniaxial loading case, then the volumetric strain will be equal to 0 only when the mu is 0.5, but under triaxial loading case, the value of volumetric strain is 0 if there are two conditions, or you can say there are two possibilities, that if mu is equal to 0.5, then also the value of volumetric strain is 0, and second probability will be there, that if the summation of sigma x, sigma y and sigma z will be 0, and this is possible only when any one of them will be of opposite sign, that is of compression, right? Any one of them. So for triaxial loading, by the two ways you can make your volumetric strain 0, but for the uniaxial loading, only there is a one way to make your volumetric strain 0. So this is the concept of your volumetric strain, and this is the equation for your volumetric strain under triaxial loading.